Hello there, let's do another cruise ship walking tour, this time of the magnificent Royal Caribbean Anthem of the Seas. This ship was completed in 2015. It's huge, holding 4,180 passengers, 1,500 crew, and it is full of modern technology. Here you have the flow rider right here in front of you. In the background there you can see Ripcord by iFly, where you can do simulated parachuting. It was a ton of fun. Both Niki and I did that. As you cruise along the side of the ship here, you have Royal Caribbean standard. They always have the cool rock climbing wall. And then they have this giraffe, which just seems a little odd to me, the giant giraffe, but he's big and yellow and there on the side of the ship. This was a Thanksgiving cruise, and this is one of our first sea days, so not a whole lot of people swimming, but a big open pool deck, lots of great things to do for the kids. In front of me you can see the North Star. It's a crane with a giant glass dome in it that you get to go up, and you're 300 feet over the water with some really cool views. It's a neat thing to do. You'll have to try it when you're on the ship. Here again is another overview of the pool deck. This is just a little jaunt around the front of the ship on the running track. It's a beautiful morning, as you can see. It's about 8 o'clock and there aren't too many people out. It's a great time to wander around the ship. Let's go inside now and check out the indoor pool. Now this pool area is for all ages, so it's a nice place on a cool day like this to go for a swim. They got a ton of lifeguards now in these bright red outfits. You're never gonna miss them. Let's go indoors now and cruise down to deck 5, one of the more populated areas with lots of activities going on. This is the photo gallery. Again, like I said, lots of technology, all these cool monitors for looking at your photos. They use facial rec to pull your photos and put them in files for you. It's really pretty cool. This is overlooking the, whatever you want to call it, the big open area in the center of the ship. It's where all the stores and lots of the restaurants are. Here in front of us is Chop's Grill, the steakhouse. It actually wasn't open this morning, so we'll do a full review in one of our other videos and you can see the whole meal and everything. This obviously is the classic schooner bar. What do you say we take a cruise down to the Royal Esplanade? This area is really the heart and soul and central area for all the activities on board. Here is Izumi Japanese Restaurant. It is really good. You'll see a full review in our other videos. Again, here I'm walking along the Royal Esplanade on my way to the Wonderland Restaurant, which was really interesting. Again, in the next videos we do a full review of the meal and the service. It's really interesting. Hey, while we're checking out this restaurant, take the time to click that like button and drop us a comment. Have you been to one of these unusual restaurants on board a royal ship before? What was your experience like? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell us. Let's talk about it.
Sunset slow, hey, you know you should stay for the night. What you think? One more drink while we sit by the bonfire. 'Cause this might be love. It's a feeling that.
Okay, I've magically spun around and we're now on the other side of the Esplanade, looking at the excursion area. It's staffed during certain times of day, otherwise you could use the tablets and stuff to plan your excursion. Here is the Bionic Bar, which is obviously a centerpiece of the technology and stuff on the ship. It's really cool, interesting to watch these robots make you drinks. It's kind of fun to try to figure out which ones make the robots really work hard and shake them a lot. You should check it out when you're on board. Again, we're going to have a full review of what that's like with cool video of them shaking our drinks and all that kind of stuff. Watch for that video. As part of the interactive art, you see these lights over there? You put your hands on a sensor and the lights freak out. It's really pretty cool. These are the elevators, which frankly we had a little bit of an issue with on the ship. They were kind of slow, we found, but you're going to see a full review by us of the ship, and we'll talk about problems we had with them and that kind of stuff, but overall didn't affect our trip. Okay, Niki keeps insisting this is a trombone, which it looks mostly like that, but from a lot of different angles, it reminds me of the bean in Chicago. Anybody been there, the reflective bean in the park? Let me know if you've been there and if you think it reminds you of that as well. This here is the interior of Jaime's restaurant, which is an Italian restaurant on board and honestly was our personal favorite of the specialty restaurants. This area, this is Vintage's bar area. It's really beautiful and a nice place to hang out, have a wine, relax, chat with your friends. Along this area here, there's some really interesting seating areas to sit, hang out, talk, and meet new people. And as we go down the road here, on the left hand side, you're going to see this is the future cruises area, where you can plan your next cruise and how you want to spend your money and go on in the next amazing adventure. Of course, we already planned our next adventure. We'll show you that when we go on it. This is the Cafe at 270. What a cool place for snacks, interesting paninis and sandwiches. There's coffees, all that kind of stuff. You should definitely check this area out. This is 270 here at the right rear of the ship. It is kind of like a multifunction area. There's a bar, obviously. There's great seating, comfortable seating, a nice place in the afternoon if you just want to read a book. They do lots of presentations and stuff in here. You could look out over the back of the ship. And as you can see a little bit as I pan there are acrobats practicing there because they have amazing shows here. That entire rear window turns into like an active screen, and it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but they're pulled up right now, but there are 6 large screens which are attached to robots and they're animated during the show. It is really cool to see. You should definitely check that out. Alright, we're jetting out of here, and once again we're going to cruise past your next cruise station so you can spend more money on Royal Caribbean. And we're going to go down the hall, and that's what I swear it looks a little bit like the Bean in Chicago. Again, comment below if it does, or comment if I'm crazy. If you do well in the casino and you want something from one of these really high-end retail locations, I'd love a nice new watch. You can always buy me one. Hit me with an email. I'll tell you the address to send it to. Hey, let's take a ride on one of these beautiful elevators, which I'm still not a fan of. Again, next video I'll talk about how slow they were. The air conditioning was terrible. They're big, like 16 people would be jammed in there, and they were hot. But anyway, let's go to the Windjammer. So, as we cruise into the Windjammer here, if you look on the right, I'm gonna dodge it, but they have a new way of like kind of corralling everybody through these sinks to wash their hands, I'm assuming, because Purell is too expensive for the cruise line. But I'll go over that on our way out. But now we are in the Windjammer, which obviously the cruises in Royal Caribbean are known for amazing food. Here are the baked goods, donuts, breads, cookies, really good stuff, some fresh fruits, cheese, all kinds of amazing things. I'm not going to walk you and explain everything here. We've all been on cruises before. We all know the food is amazing. So enjoy looking at it for a little bit, and then we will return to complain about the sinks. Hey, okay, so comment below if there's too much of this walking around. I think people want to know what the area looks like, what the seating's like, but if you don't, comment below and I'll know to cut this part shorter in future videos. Okay, you've been waiting. Here is what I believe to be one of the dumbest things I've seen on these cruise ships. They try to corral thousands of guests through 12 of these little sinks who just make a mess out of everything. They're sneezing on the sinks, on all the surfaces. It was gross. There are paper towels everywhere. They have to kill 20 trees a cruise to make the paper towels they're using. Again, and we all know the science says that Purell is actually better than washing your hands physically unless you really spend the appropriate amount of time washing your hands, which clearly nobody does. So I have to believe it's just about saving money. Comment below, is this stupid or is it just me? Okay, I know you thought I was done commenting and bitching about things. Johnny Rockets, love it. Love the thick shakes in particular. Except they give you paper straws. Now, you can't drink a thick shake through a paper straw. It's just a miserable process. I know the pollution in the plastic straws is an issue, but I think we need to choose our battles at the right times, and trying to force us to drink a thick shake through a paper straw is just not so fun. Niki has a special travel hack for that. Watch in the next video. Alright, so I thought we would cruise around a little bit on the pool deck. See, we looked down from above before. This is the interior pool, the indoor pool, which is open for all ages. Obviously, there's a bar here. You got to have a bar on the cruise ship. Otherwise, you can't have your pina coladas while you're sitting next to the pool. I know you're waiting for him. I know you ladies at home are waiting for him. But here he is, the Baywatch lifeguard watching the pool. Which I have to say, we did not see any Baywatch babes watching the pools. They were all guys. It's kind of not fair. Obviously, this is the very nice towel station. Let's go check out the Solarium, which is the indoor pool section for the adults, 16 and over. It is beautiful and lots of comfortable seating. On this side, there aren't too many of them, but on the other side, you'll see there are lots of these giant comfy chairs. Oh, there are a couple of them coming up here on the right. Really nice, really cool place to relax, spend some time and unwind without the screaming kids sailing by. No, this pool is not very good for doing laps, but it is really pretty and nice to be in. It's got a cool kind of, you'll see from the other side, it's got like layers coming down as you walk down towards the front of the ship. I'm just thinking, they're not really layers. Let's call them tiers. It's got a bunch of tiers in different levels in the pool. And on both sides, you'll see a big, beautiful hot tub. Seems like the bigger they make the hot tubs, the more people that goes in them, because there was really, most of the time, not a shortage of people in the hot tub. 8 o'clock in the morning when this is, not so many. Here's a better view of my newly titled piered pool with these cool glass separators between. It's just a neat pool. Your friendly neighborhood bar, which you gotta have, which is always great at the pool. And turn, and here are some more of those cool seats I was telling you about. They're really neat. And there are a lot of them. It's not like, you know, you have to be the first one to the pool at 7 o'clock in the morning to get one of these. They have an adequate amount now, and it's really a nice change. We have magically evaporated onto the 4th deck.
Sunset slow, hey, you know you should stay for the night.
Here is one of the entrances to the Royal Theater, which is beautiful. I didn't go in there because it was closed. This is the Diamond Club, which if you are reached that diamond status, it's a very nice place to come have cocktails in the evening. In the morning they have a little bit of breakfast. I just stopped there to take a rest after carrying around this camera all morning. And here we are on the lower level of the Esplanade, but let's take a left-hand turn into one of their new kind of spaces, which is a bar with a big stage and an open entertainment area. It's really nice. They have lots of great and interesting shows here. If you like the beautiful and the cool and you like to be technical about things, this is called the Music Place? Music Hall? Music Place? What is it? Music Hall. This is the Music Hall. And it is a very nice venue. They had lots of their little game shows here, shows, live bands. It's a great place to go hang out. Okay, I'm still in the music hall. It's a big facility, but they have pool tables. A lot of pool tables. Like, I think there are 3 actually. 1, 2, 3. And it is so nice to hang out, have a beer, play some pool. It's a good thing that you can do with older kids. If you're traveling with kids, it's a really nice activity for all ages. Yes, ladies, I know you've been waiting. Shopping, shopping, shopping. All kinds of great shopping here. From exotic stuff down to the basics that you might have forgotten for your trip. This is the Brass and Rock, which is like the pub place where they have obviously beer, pub food, TVs for sporting events and that kind of stuff. We watched some football there. Here is Sorrento, which is the pizza stop. I gotta be honest, I'm a New Yorker. Didn't stop there for pizza, but there were thousands of people having pizza every day. Okay, here I stopped a lot. Coffee, and my personal recommendation is the coconut cookies. Okay, I'm gonna murder this name. It is La Patissiere. This is the pay-for junk food, which is really good. And they have Starbucks coffees, and they actually do a really nice job of making them. They would make out just fine in a regular Starbucks restaurant. I was impressed. And here's just another view of what the area looks like. I hope you're still with me and I'm not talking to nobody, but we are pretty much at the end of my walking tour. This is the first video of a series that we're going to put out. We're going to have a room review so you can see what the rooms look like. We're going to have reviews of all the restaurants that I showed you in this, that we ate at, and explain what we liked and didn't like about them. And Niki's going to have a whole video of cruise hacks that you're really going to want to see. I mean, she really put a lot of time and effort into it. You want to see that one. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Please click that subscribe button, hit that like, and don't forget to do those notification bells so that you hear first about our new videos.